This is going to be the after cleaning video of the Sampo Deluxe oscillating fan. It's a 12-inch 3-speed fan. It cleaned up okay. Not great, but okay. Fan's in pretty rough shape. It's definitely seen better days. Originally, when I got this, it had white nylon tape around the motor housing, and I took that off, and I was going to try to glue it, but I mean, really, there was no way that I was going to make that look good. I mean, it was just so completely destroyed all through here. So all I could really do was put new tape on it, unless I just wanted to discard the motor housing altogether, and I don't want to do that. So this is just what it's going to be. Got some cracks and stuff. I think I put a couple of new cracks in it too. On the front, I dropped the fan off the table. And I'm pretty sure I did this one and that one on the corners. So my foot snagged the power cord and I just pulled the thing right off the table onto the concrete. That was not cool. But it survived, to my surprise. So this is model SF-1211, draws 0.5 amps, Sampo Corporation of America, Elk Grove, Illinois, but made in Taiwan. And I made a couple of short videos to show you guys the motor of the fan. We'll go ahead and put that in right about here. This is the Sampo fan motor. It's not completely out of the ordinary, but it's been a while since I've seen one this bad as far as just being dirty and congested and gross. Here's the motor housing, front part of the motor housing. Pretty sure it's dog hair. Pretty nasty. But somebody's got to do it, I guess. Might as well be me. All right, well, this motor is as clean as it's gonna get. I think it turned out pretty good though, considering how dirty it was. It's definitely seen better days though. One thing that's pretty interesting is that this fan, and this explains why the oscillation was so screwy in the first video. I didn't pick up on it right away, not until I had the fan head apart and started cleaning everything. I realized when I saw this is what Panasonic would call a 5-way oscillation mechanism. This looks different than the Panasonic version of it, but it does basically the same thing. And we'll see how well that works once I get the fan back together. But it seems functional, so we'll see what happens. Pretty much done here. All I got to do is reassemble the fan. It did have one mishap. When I had the motor completely apart, everything was taken apart here. I was getting ready to clean it. I went to step away from the fan and caught my foot on the power cord that was hanging off the front of the table, and I yanked the fan off the table, and it hit the ground pretty hard. I mean, it hit the ground so hard actually that I thought it was an instant fatality, but the motor came away unscathed. The only thing was on the base here, I'm pretty sure that this crack wasn't there before, and I'm not sure about this. I don't know, but seems like I got lucky on that one because it hit the ground really hard and nothing else was broken. So we'll get this thing back together and see what happens. All right, here it is. The plug for the fan. Go ahead and get it plugged in, and then make sure the oscillation's off, and we'll start it on high. It's a pretty strong fan. I'm pretty surprised actually. Let's see how it does in the velocity for the high speed. So we're measuring feet per minute. So we're between 11 and 1200 feet per minute, which is pretty strong. Go to medium. Blade balance is pretty good too. And I should mention it's a plastic blade, but it's dense, heavy plastic. Pretty rigid blade, pretty good quality plastic, and it's balanced pretty good too. Pretty strong medium speed too, pretty low. All three speeds are really strong, move a ton of air. So run the oscillation, and then I'm curious to see how well the, we're just going to call it 5-way oscillation, see how well that works. I was really surprised to see that this fan had that. So turn on the oscillation, and I think it's already centered. So I'm going to move it 2 clicks this way. And then it should stop in the middle somewhere and go all the way back the other way. All right. It's looking good so far. That's exactly what it's supposed to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should take it all the way back the other way. And then it should stop in the center. Excellent. Move it 2 clicks back the other way. We're going to put it on medium, and then 1, 2. Now we should be centered again. You can see where there's a flat spot in the guard too. I think this fan's taken a few tumbles in its time. very strong, I'll give it that. Alright, well, the fan is pretty beat up. I mean, it's, you know, really it's in the condition that it should be for its age. It's old and it's beat up. And, but all things considered, it's pretty good. It's just the plastic is really starting to crumble. It's starting to come apart everywhere. So the motor is still plenty strong. But the plastic, the rest of the fan, I don't think it's going to be able to take too much more abuse. So I think that this is definitely retirement age for this fan, but I gotta think that when these fans were new, they were pretty good quality for what they are. These are really decent and they look good too. I gotta think that this is probably from the 80s. Very strong fans, good blade balance. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this one, especially after I dropped it on the concrete floor and there was really no damage to speak of other than to the plastic. I got pretty lucky there, but anyway, that's the Sampo Deluxe oscillating fan. Thank you for watching.